Good morning. Silence is one term which has been always emphasized in the field of search for truth. The word truth, consciousness, awareness are some words which has been used all over. But it is knowing the self or knowing the real or knowing the real essence in ourselves. It's not something only few people can what you call know the self. So here, silence and love, the two words which we always go through in books, in speeches, spiritual masters, religion books, or let it be anything, books regarding to truth, consciousness, awareness, spirituality, or whatever need, let it be Upanishad, Purana, or Vedanta, or whatever. Maybe it may vary in different region or country. They will be using different books for reference actually. But the term is very simple. One, they will say that love is one thing which you have to attain. Then some people will say love is not, it is the silence which is needed. Anyway, all these things we need to go through not by a speech, by reading different books, by listening different people, all this thing happens. But what we need to listen and what we need to read to know the real may vary. But we can quote some names here, because once you quote a name here, and if we follow another person, uh, then we won't be able to know ourselves. Anyway, for reference, for newcomers or who are real learners, I would like to refer certain names. One is Ramana Maharshi. He's from India, he's from Tiruvannamalai. And another is Jiddu Krishnamurti, who came from Theosophy. Then later he had a JK Foundation. Then Jiddu Krishnamurti, he was with Theosophy with Jiddu Krishnamurti. Then he left everything. And then Osho, the most controversial person, but all people listen Osho. But we have difference with the Osho's lifestyle and all the other things. But if you go through the silence and love, he also says the same thing. So people always say that you need not read another person or you need not listen another person. Of course, it's true, but it's only like when we study something, we need a person to help us. When we were a child, our parents and other people help us to walk. Similarly, in driving also, there was a person who taught us to drive. Here also it is similar like that. These are people who can just help us, but they are not it actually. But what happens is when people go through, they will catch hold of these people and they will not progress. So now, when we talk of silence, this topic has been already discussed earlier, but here also because it needs more emphasis. So, where can we find silence? Where we can find silence? So, that is one thing we have to analyze and that we have to think over. Where we can find out light. Is it darkness and light is connected? So if there is in a room, if we enter, you can't see anything, so we say there is darkness. So we put a torch or light there, and the light comes. So what is happening to the darkness? Is it going off or which is real? At that point we say the light is there. When the light goes, the darkness is there. So which is real? So when we go through, we need to analyze certain things and we have to understand. So that is one area. So here, sound and silence. So in real truth, is sound a hindrance to silence? or the sound itself, we can find out silence. So here the truth is actually the silence or the sound is not different. We are talking about a silence, a true silence, which we can feel or which we can have or be in ourselves, wherein we can experience it. So it's not running away from a place or going to Himalaya or a mountain and we say that absolute silence. See, there also there is no silence, the sound is there. See, even in absolute, you get up early morning in 3 o'clock, there is also a sound there. The sound is outside actually. But when we observe it, gradually that sound goes off from us. Gradually that sound goes off. Then we feel something, a silence inside us. And that is true silence. And that is true silence. This is not closing our eyes. And this can happen by opening our eyes, by seeing everything. So now we are listening something through our five senses. We go on chatter in the sense not by words, even by our mind or thought, the chattering is going on. Even when we see something, that there also the chattering is going on. Unknowingly from our subconscious mind, something is there. So we are not seeing the real picture through our eyes. So this happens to sound also. So silence, what we mean to realize is something with our open eyes and something with our ear and something with our thought. We need to surpass it. It's not going away to any new place or getting something new out of it. No. So this thing, are we experiencing it? 100% we are experiencing it. All people, all living beings in the world are experiencing it. But can we experience it throughout in our life? Throughout. It's not the word life or something like that. Throughout. So from where did the sound start actually? Scientifically, when we analyze, the sound has started from the Big Bang, wherein the sound started. Everything started in a sound, the creation. Before that, what was there? Before there was a nothing state wherein there was an absolute silence. So this absolute silence, people say and people write in their book, some have experienced it, some have written in the book which others have experienced it. So there also, those who have experienced say that you can hear something or you can have something. It doesn't mean without sound. It doesn't mean they will say some sounds or something we have experienced in the deep state, wherein there is no physical body, wherein we surpass this physical body and we enter into the real state. And real state means the state before creation, where there was an what you call after creation there was an universal mind. Now we are or we tap to enter to that universal mind. Now we are in a different state and we think we are different from the universal mind. Now we are only a man. We will become a superman. These words are something not we need not take according to the word meaning. Because this is something we cannot explain through words, but we try to explain it because the books or the readings or whatever we listen, it's not coming through the experienced people. So that's why we have quoted here 4 people, and we need not go through the 4 people. as an analysis base, go through what these people have talked about silence and sound, and it is one and the same. And the next thing is love. And what does they have teached us? To love others. And here in true self, we say there is only one. There is only one universal mind. And through physics, we have said there is only one thing, energy. Energy cannot be destroyed or created. So we are talking something in separation, and we say that we should be kind to others, we should be kind to animals or human beings, and we should be kind to all beings actually. So how can we love others without knowing ourselves? See, when we go deep into ourselves, there is nothing other than that. This, these people have manipulated. These people have manipulated. And if we can't love ourselves, and if we are annoyed with ourselves, and if we are not able to understand ourselves, then how can you love others? And this understanding is something important. And this is something important. This can be coined, or this can be called as spirituality, awareness, consciousness, or whatever rubbish word you can use it. Because when we use a word, people will stick on and catch to that words. So it is the real. It is the real. What is our real? Scientifically you tap it. Quantum physics and physics you tap it. And through science it says that whatever you see here, you feel this is permanent. But that is permanent. What is permanent? The electron, neutron, proton is permanent. Then why do we cling on and say this? We want this and we have achieved. This will be there forever. Unless and otherwise the Big Bang process have created. This will ultimately go behind that. And all this physical body or all these beings which we see is the electron, neutron and proton. But quantum physics have gone beyond that. So we are not ready to accept scientifically, and we want to go the rubbish thing people go on talking. Even if what I am talking is also rubbish. Because we are in search. We are in search. Ultimately no one can say this. And nowhere, in nothing. Even you take the basic food which we are taking. Are we taking the right food? Who has told us? Who has told us? Some doctors. Who are they? Are they expert? They have taken a qualification and they are we talk with doctors and you ask them what kind of food we should take. They just recommend a common thing for all. No, every metabolic system and every physical body needs different food. How many of us have tapped it? How many of us have all this religious book and all the Upanishad and Vedanta, all things you take it everywhere it says you have to take care of your food. Then some will say that vegetarian food, some will say non-vegetarian food, then they will say vegetarian, all the hell of the thing is told. Have we experimented this in our physical body? And have we felt the difference? Have we felt the difference? No. No. When we take meat, it will take 48 hours for digestion. When we take fish, it will take 72 hours for digestion. Then who told us that fish is good and who told us meat is good? It is the Illuminati or it is the mafia which is controlling the business, have taught us, has hypnotized us. And this is the way we take food. Let it be anything. You take vegetables or you take organic vegetables or anything. It's the mafia, it's the Illuminati. Illuminati in the sense the whole world is controlled by 8 corporations. We need not name anything. You just go through whatever product we are using. Even our thought is controlled by this mafia. You can call it mafia or Illuminati or whatever name. The media is controlled by one group. The car we use is controlled by one group. Everything we buy is controlled by this group. Even the spiritual books or whatever the organization, you just go through the organizations around us. What are these people teaching? You just go through the temple, mosque, or whatever. They talk about love and silence. You go and talk with one person and ask him what is love and silence. I have asked with different people. Still, I am asking the same question. Then they won't answer this question. Then they will say, come to our organization, take our membership, and then you experience it, because by words we cannot say that. Then what will happen? They will say to do certain things as we were in school, and even certain organization has some grading and exams wherein they will grade us. And how these people are grading us? Just imagine how people can give us marks. And we go on and go on and go on. It's wasting life. It's wasting life. You take Ramana Maharshi, what has happened to him? He has left his home. He has come to this Tiruvannamalai. He was in a cave. For years, he was not speaking anything. He was not speaking anything for years. And later, someone went there and he wrote a book, Who Am I? These 27 questions asked to Ramana Maharshi. And it was not written by Ramana Maharshi. He was on silent mode on that time. This person, by actions, he has written it. You just imagine. And people will say that Ramana Maharshi has told this. He has told to be in bhakti and devotion. All these blunders, people are writing for articles and books. What do they know? What research they have done? So, and he has left anything. What kind of dress he had? Minimum dress. I am not asking to follow Ramana Maharshi. What was he telling and what he was doing? And Jiddu Krishnamurti, he was taken from the street. He was taken from the street by Theosophical Society. And he was projected as the world teacher. And Order of Society was formed. It is something different from Theosophy. And he was made the head of it. And the inaugural function, he said the organization is a cult. And he just left it actually. And then he just was giving speeches all over in the world. But later, the people with him formed JK Foundation. And what has happened? He didn't dissolve JK Foundation. Then, did he practice what he was saying? That we have to analyze. We need not judge Jiddu Krishnamurti. We just take what he has told about silence and love. The only thing, what is silence and love? Listen to him. Listen to Ramana Maharshi. Jiddu Krishnamurti, UG Krishnamurti. UG Krishnamurti has told 49 years I have wasted my life going with Theosophical Society, going with Jiddu Krishnamurti. I was wasting my life. And he was telling what blunders these people are talking and what are these people doing. And there also we need not say what he has done. What he has talked about silence and so how many people are ready to make a research. And Osho has told the same thing. There are a lot of devotees of Ramana Maharshi. And Nisargat Maharaja. North India, he's been used most people. What he has done? He used to, what you called, have smoke, the cigarette or BD. He used to have it. And if we use cigarette or BD, then what will these people will say? I'm not promoting this actually. If you go to Himalaya, you go to whatever, you just see what is the routine these people are doing. They have no routine. They have no, what you call, we have been put in school. We should not speak. We should not ask questions. And we should behave like this. This is right and this is wrong. And the same blunder, they master us to do that. Who are these people to command us to do this actually? The only thing is there is no separation. Scientifically, by physics and quantum physics, we can tap it. Go scientifically. Then from there, if something says some blunder, if they ask us to read a book, only in separation we can read a book. And if they ask us to listen, then why I did quote these four people? Because people will take us for a ride. And they will, the Illuminati or the paid organization, see, we buy cars. You see who is owning this company? Who is owning? It's not the Tata or some Korean companies. Deep inside, there is one organization holding majority shares on all these companies. So then what is happening? All these different cars is owned by one person. All the media which we are seeing is owned by one group. It's not one person. That is called Illuminati. That is called the 8 corporations which are controlling ourselves. Don't fool ourselves going through this YouTube is saying. The YouTube is saying something about happiness. It is 4 hormones and then we can create happiness. You just imagine by walking we'll get happiness. By seeing the nature you'll get happiness. And scientifically one hormone is creating. See, these are artificial blunders. We are talking about natural thing. If we can get something free and natural, these people are selling something. Absolute blunder. Don't follow these people. And when you go through with someone, you go to Ramana Maharshi. Has he done justice to his life? If you believe, follow him. Jiddu Krishnamurti. Whatever he has said, he followed. You follow him. No issue. But if you follow him, what will happen? You will copycat what he has done. And we will not reach anywhere. We will not reach anywhere. These people have told. Then why the hell we are clinging with these people? And this nonsense we are doing for years. As this UG Krishnamurti, he has spent 49 years. I have spent years, not 1 and 2 years, 45 years, 45 years, searching this, reading this, practicing this, every hell of this thing we are doing. And what did we attain? Still we are reading, and still the YouTube, now we need not read anything. YouTube has something called e-book. You can read anything. Autobiography Yogi, that is the number one book available in this field. We can read it. When reading it, the book is full of magic. The book talks about astrology. Then should we go behind astrology? Then the book says about a guru. Then we should go behind with a guru? No, the book is not recommending that. The book is an experience of any Yogananda Paramahamsa's experience. It's a personal, it's an autobiography. If you learn the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, the father of our nation, what are we taking from it? We are still exploring his personal life. We are still exploring the personal life. Other examples are there. You take what you call the foreigner. He was doing the lady in Calcutta. She was a foreign lady and she is doing charity. World over, her Mother Teresa. World over, her name is quoted. We are listening from our school level. These two figures, they are quoting. World over, these people are quoting. In India, how many people quote Mahatma Gandhi and this foreign lady, Mother Teresa? How many of them are quoting? And what are these people talking about? They will quote Nelson Mandela. And some people are there, some motivation speakers, and they mislead the younger generation also. You follow Abdul Kalam and you follow Mahatma Gandhi. See, at least the speaker or any of us, see, if you follow Mahatma Gandhi, you follow 100%. And then you see what is happening. We just take the theory and we just want everything. And with the theory, we will enter the wrong path. And if you follow deep something without understanding, you will become mad. Because neuroscience has told that when you tap only a certain part of brain, then you will become mad. That's why people say you have to be very cautious when you do meditation, you should have guidance and all. Absolutely true. Absolutely true. And when we read 10 or 100 books, naturally we will have a database. We can write a book. We can make a speech. You get a topic regarding silence or Upanishad or whatever. You give to any college professor or any teacher. He is basically a trained teacher or a college professor. What he will do? He will take the topic and we will, we will be motivated, inspired by this person because we are not listening to him. What is his qualification? And if someone is listening, they will ask, who are you? What is your qualification? What are you doing? And after this, they will take. Because when I am, an acclaimed person, then they will take it from. This is the blunder people are doing. It is not that who is speaking. It is the content we need to take. But we are not ready. Why we have read autobiography of Yogi? Because all has told. Why we have read Power of Now? Because all has told. And why we have read The Illuminated Mind by Abdul Kalam? All has told. So why we are reading book? Only because others are recommending. Or go to Google and we'll get the top 10 and we read it actually. And why we are reading, that we don't know, because it's like taking drugs. People go to bar and take alcohol, and people take drugs, and people go to cinema theater to watch cinema. Why people are watching cinema? I just ask the question, why we are going to theater? Are we going to watch movie? 99% people are just going to waste their time. Just they want some pleasure. That is not happiness. That is not happiness. We are just wasting our time, wasting our money for the Illuminati or the 8 corporations. I'm not naming the 8 corporations. You just take the products which we are buying. We know who are these Illuminatis and who is this mafia. You just go through the advertisement they are making. See, without knowing, you're going to a film, you are there, and you're compelled to watch 4 5 advertisements. Gradually, if we follow our younger generation with us, they have been hypnotized and they will ask for the product. Let it be car, let it be the drink which you, or the food which I'm not naming anything because we should not name anything, because why we should name some names or corporation name? We know we are stuck there. And without that freedom, what freedom are we talking? What silence are we talking? What love we are talking? We are not loving ourselves. That self is very important. That is in capital. Because without identifying ourselves, and why do we earn money? People will say that to spend. To spend for what? Is it for survival or happiness? Or to show other people? That we have to analyze. See, in world, when we talk for the day or yesterday, 5,000 people have died with hunger, with starvation. How many of us are ready to explore this? Go to Google research in every country, in India also it is happening. This is happening. And what are we researching and what are we talking? We are talking about an territory which is unknown for us. Unknown for us. And what is the per capita income of an Indian? You search it, every country it is there. And how do they live? Are they satisfied? You take the autobiography of the richest people. Are they satisfied? No. The person who is having money is also not satisfied, and the other person is also not satisfied. Then where does the satisfaction comes? The biggest post in the world, the person who is holding the post, and the person who is holding the lower post, both people are not happy. Both people are searching, and they're taking membership in an organization, believing that they will get something. Organization means everything. The religious organization, let it be anything, you name it, temple, mosque, or church, or whatever, shrine, gurudwar, or whatever. 276 countries are having 276 religious practices. And every country have religious masters. In India, we say Ramana Maharshi or whatever name. We go to another, they will say another name. So Dalai Lama, different. See, we are telling we need to find out the original, the gold from the ordinary metal. And even if it is a gold, we need to be that gold. It's not the other person has attained gold. So that is our point, and that is the area we need to reach. And normally when we speak, people will say there is no energy in what. See what energy we need. We speak or explore not for others. We have to tap ourselves. We need to open our book. When we open our book, some religion will say that you have 1,000 lives. Some religion will say there is no past life. There enters the contradiction. Then we will be in one religion and we will be say that we believe and you are not believe. There comes the conflict. These are all blunders which people will say that. And if there is past life, let us experience. And if we experience, then we can believe it. Many life, many masters, one book, the number one book in past life. It says it is there. Read the book, experience it. Read autobiography, you will experience it. And once it happens to us, then we will talk with people. But why we need to talk about past life? That is in separation. We are talking about the true self. There is no past and there is no present and there is no future. We are clinging to time and we are clinging to other story. Others in the sense, whoever who has taken physical body, let it be the God or whatever. People will say that you are talking about the God, then the God will punish you. See, you are that. You are that. Who is going to? Now you are punishing yourself and you are blaming other people. End this blame game. Open up and open up. The true self is yours. And it is